Today, what we're going to talk about is assets, not ones you've developed yourself, and should you use other people's. And the short answer would be yes. One of the things you want to consider when you're getting assets is, do you have the license to use them for commercial games, or is it just non-commercial games? Because most assets are like free to use as long as you're not using them to make money. And a great place for plenty of assets, plenty that are easily affordable, and will help you get to the next step in your game development, especially if you don't have the time, or you don't have the ability, or you don't have resources if you're working as a team to build out like graphics, full tile maps, multiple characters. So all these can take time. Uh, itch.io is a great place. So we'll start here. So it's very easy, like many store fronts on the web. You can easily go to the main page, and from the sidebar, you can filter down to game assets. So if you go to game assets, as you can see here, you're already greeted with a plethora of quality assets. Now, I've not used a lot of these or really checked them out, but you've got things for icons, which is always handy. Let's have a look. What's this? I'm not sure, but it might be a complete set for a game. Great for a game jam. Obviously, you're going to want to use your own stuff to put your own stamp on your game. But things like areas and maps, things like this. There's like a lot of these farm graphics. They all look very similar. So you've got your trees, you've got your background, got some blobs there for some reason. Um, houses. It gives you a full list of what you've got down here, and like a village. Explore, it gives you all the stuff, planned updates if there's something they're working on. Like this one's the complete license paid at least $399. $399 is absolutely nothing. Uh, and you can use that for commercial or non-commercial. There is a free license where you can use it for commercial. Uh, as you see, the people that work on these generally have multiple packs of assets, and you can always read the reviews and you can see about updates, see if people suggested things. Because sometimes, even though it's complete, people will go back and will work on it and add additional assets. Uh, assets I've personally used, I've used a few, but the one I've used most recently for the running video for the 2 button tap that I mentioned before uh, would be this one, and I can't remember off the top of my head how much I spent on it, but they have bundles. You see with the license there, you can use non-commercial, commercial, or you don't claim it's your own. Credit me with my GIF not GIF, and you can't use it for crypto, NFT, meta-related stuff. So as you can see, there's plenty of assets here. I mean, 11.99 is not much at all. I do have this pack as well. So look into this pack. I thought it actually went into more detail of what the Super Retro pack had, but it doesn't appear to. They got 32 characters, include colour swaps and templates. You got your walking animations. Lovely. It's ready for something like RPG Maker. That's always popular for these sort of graphics. You can use it in Game Maker. You could use it in Unity if you're using it for a 2D. Godot, any game engine really. I mean, even things like Stencil, I would have thought you'd be able to use it in no issue. So depending on what you're wanting, you've got an ARPG pack there. Maybe you want to make something like the old Zelda games and ape those. So like a link, a link to the past, a link for the past. These can save you an absolute bunch of time, especially when you're doing game jams. They can cut down how much time you actually need to spend on it. Probably half easy. And then the other part of it is sound. You're usually struggling for sound, music. Now there are plenty of resources. I don't use a lot of sound in mine. I'll usually throw something in. I'm a bit lazy with that. And it's shown in the game jams. The music in there isn't great. Things like SoundCloud. Uh, I've used this. It's like a bitmap uh, chiptune create for creating the old style chiptunes, which would take a lot of people back to the youth, especially if you're playing, pre PlayStation. Uh, and if you don't want to spend any money, but you just need some stuff to throw in there, and nothing on here makes you fancy, you can always go to Open Game Art. Open Game Art, things are uploaded with different licenses, and you've got sound and you've got graphics. You can see from you can see from here you've got like, pixel characters, Limbo, Land Monster. I assume that's something that apes Limbo. This looks like a tile map, and I would recommend if you're going to make graphics and you want to put stuff up, I'd join this and I'd submit stuff. I've submitted some things myself. So for such awesome duck, these are these are things I've uploaded. I know this one specifically, someone else has used it in a game jam. All my stuff is uploaded as CCO, which means you can do what you want with it and use it where it's public domain, basically. Uh, so feel free to get any of them, break them apart, recolor them, reskin them, do whatever you want with them. The only thing I say is, if you are going to use them in a game jam, just let me know. Just drop me a comment on there, and then I can actually come check out your game to see how you've used them. Right, this one's a short one, which is surprising, seeing as though mine are usually 20 minutes long. But like and subscribe, and I will pick up the Metroidvania month 19 game jam on my next video. See you soon.